Well, hello guys, hello once more. My name is Martin Vizcaino. I'm a Spanish speaker. My natural language, my native language is Español. Um, right now, I'm going to react to a very curious video. The name of this video is "The Meaning of Life," Muslim Spoken Word HD. Very curious name. First of all, I do not know what I'm going to see. Like, this is the first time I'm going to see the video, so my reaction is going to be very natural. I don't want to sound in any time like unprofessional, because of course I'm not professional. This is a video reaction. I don't know what I'm going to see. And basically, if you need something before starting, is like I'm agnostic. What's agnostic? Agnostic is a person that do not believe in gods, do not believe in the Muslim God like Allah, or do not believe in the Christian God, but also do not discard the existence of one. Like, he knows that agnostic thinks that in any time it could exist. Like I completely do not discard the existence of a God. So if that helps you through this video and to understand my reactions, I think it's important to clarify it. So let's start with the video. The meaning of life. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, right now we're starting to see the video. The meaning of life. Official Muslim spoken word.
What are we doing here? And where are we gonna go?
Okay.
It's like we just woke up one morning and then it's welcome to the show.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to see this in Spanish, like to facilitate me what he's saying. I know, of course, you are understanding the video, but if there's any a Spanish speaker that is watching this video, of course, I would like to help him with the subtitles. So let's do that. So last clarification, yeah. Let's see the video. Yeah, let's go.
Don't ask any questions, just go with the flow. Make as much money as you can and try your best not to get broke. Copy everything you see on the TV, from the hairstyles to the clothes, and don't think too often. Just do exactly as you're told. And if you ever get confused, then just turn towards the alcohol. You'll still hear your thoughts.
Okay, so like we can see in the beginning of this video, like this man is like making like a part of sarcastic in beginning, because of course you don't need to go with the alcohol or drugs or imitate all the things in the TV, or only focus on gaining money, or only living without asking questions. Of course, I think this is the purpose of the beginning, because like I do believe like this is a Muslim video, so probably it's going to talk about Allah. I think it's the name of its God. So obviously I think this is not part of what the Muslims believe in. Like of course they don't want to go to the alcohol to solve all their problems.
Just turn up the radio as you learn to live a lifestyle of drugs, sex, and rock and roll. But in all honesty, I just need to know, is there more to the cycle than growing and getting old? Living and dying just to leave behind a happy home and a whole lot of property that somebody else is going to own. I just really need to know before the casket's closed, 'cause I'm not willing to gamble with my soul, nor am I ready to take any chances. These are just simple life questions and I'm just searching for some answers. Like, what are we doing here? And what is our purpose?
I think this is going to of course then go through the Muslim part, like the Muslim religion, but it's very true what he's like saying in these words specifically. Like it's something like I do really have in my mind, like why I'm here, what's my purpose. It's something like I also have, and I think a lot of people could have. So at least until this point, what I'm seeing, like it's very true. Like it's something I have experienced. I have seen people that experience the same, like at least thinking, wow, what's the purpose of my life?
How did we get here, and who made us so
Allah.
perfect? And what happens once we go, or is this world all really worth it? Questions we don't answer because apparently we don't really have to. There's no purpose to this life and our existence is merely natural. Then in that case, please let me ask you, did you create yourself, or was it somebody else who had fashioned you? Cause you're a being that's impeccable, faultless and unparalleled. You're a product of supreme intelligence, and I'm merely being rational. For there isn't a camera on this earth that can come close to the human eye, nor a computer that can compete alongside the human mind. And if the whole world was to come together, we wouldn't be able to create a single fly. So many signs, yet we still deny. As science tries to justify that all this could come from none, when it's a simple sum. 0 plus 0 plus 0 cannot possibly ever give you 1. So from where did all this order come? But everything has its origins, a maker, a creator of its own. I mean, the only reason you're watching this video is because somebody had to press upload. So we can believe in the Big Bang, but I'd rather believe in he who caused it to explode. Allah, the creator of everything, along with every single...
Okay, until this point is very, very curious, because like, first of all, the human part, of course, it's very, very awesome how possibly the eye can be a 1,000 times better than the best camera in the world. How our body is like perfect created. Like there's a lot of things that is like how the human can be so perfect. That's a part that I do believe is very curious in this video. You know, like, the part where it says like 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is one, is never going to be 1. Is like, of course, because like how the scientists want to put the idea of the Big Bang theory, you know, like I do not believe in the Big Bang theory. I also do not believe in Allah, but that's the interesting part, you know, like you can say that nothing creates anything, you know, like how do you can say like from nothing it starts the Big Bang, you know, like at least saying that someone, a creator, like the creator that upload a video to this platform, someone like Allah, the sorry if someone is a bad expression, sorry if it's a bad expression, but in this case a God like Allah, I do believe it's more possible that something has created all this world, has created the Big Bang, you know, like, because saying that there is nothing and starts to create everything, like very rational, you know, like at least when I hear that Allah created, it's like, okay, someone created, you know.
Soul, the ever-living, the master, the only one who is in control, unlike his creation, beyond our imagination. And no, he's not a man, nor does he have any partners in association. He's on his own, and no, he did not ever leave us alone. Just like every manufacturer, he left us with an instruction manual, the Qur'an and Islam, and I'm sorry to jump to conclusions, but it's the only one possible. The only definition of God is the one and only supreme being. It's logical, a book with 0 contradictions, with miracles that are both scientific and historical, all revealed over 1400 years ago. Like the detailed description of the human embryo.
The descriptions of the human embryo in the Qur'an cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century.
To the mountains as pegs holding firm the earth below, and the 2 seas that don't mix in a complete separate flow. To the planets in orbit, alternating night and day as they stay in flow. The expansion of the universe and the creation of everything from H2O. To the stories of the past and the preservation of Pharaoh. To identifying the lowest point in the land where Persia defeated Rome. The gushing fluid that created man in the glands between the ribs and the backbone. And not a word has changed, it's still the same. So please explain how all this was known over 1400 years ago. to a man who couldn't read or write as he would recite whatever the angels spoke. And if you still don't believe, please try to come up with something that's even close. But you can't, so we took God as a mockery and his messengers as a joke.
Muhammad could not read or write. How somebody who can't read or write gonna start a religion?
Dismissed his scriptures as legends and tales of the ancient folk as we live life according to our whims, desires, and hopes. Saying this life is the only home we will ever know. We will live then die then simply turn to bones. Yo-lo! Correction, after the grass dies, the rain arrives and it...
Okay, sorry for pausing here, like, the part of their book of the Qur'an, you know, it's at least the parts I already saw in my past investigations, because I do like a lot to investigate about all the type of religions. A lot of these parts I personally searched and were right, you know. The part of the two rivers were something like, I was like, wow, how is it possible that that's there, you know, or the human embryo. Of course I do not have known that all the things were in the Quran, but some of them I already knew that were there, and it's like all the time I saw that type of thing as I was like, how is it possible that, you know, and when he says something like try to invent something like that, it's like, of course you can't. Like, whenever this was written, because of course I don't know when this was written, how this became to be written in the Quran, but whenever this was written, it's like, wow, it's a lot of knowledge, you know, like from the year zero have all that type of knowledge. It's like, wow, mind blowing. And the other part, like when says like the part of the people that want to live to their desires and do what they think, because for them the life start over is there, like when you die you become bones. I don't personally I do not believe that he's like attacking that type of behavior, because like, of course, like I think this is a respectful video for all type of religions, you know, like I do believe that. So in the case of the part where it says like all the people that follow their desires and like live their life like it was going to be the only part when they are going to live like this part of life, because later when they are going to die they believe they are going to become bones. I'm against those people, because you know, like, you know, the religions in part need to be respectful one with each other, you know. So if there is people that do not believe in anything, you know, that believe in science, I understand them, because like you cannot force them to believe in Christianism or Muslim or Islam, you know, because if they do not believe in that, well, let them live how they want, you know, like they are not affecting you. Like if those people are not going against your religion, are respecting that, let's respect also, you know, like, of course, probably they can be wrong, you know, of course they can be wrong and die and later go to the Islam heaven, I think. But if they want to live their lives like that and they are not affecting you, I think is okay, you know. I personally, right now, I'm in a part of my life that I do believe like it's over when you die. Sorry if I said something that you believe is wrong. I completely respect that, but for me it's like when I die here, I die forever, you know. So for me, like, living is very important, and that's sorry if I make someone to be angry.
Regrows, and Allah promises to do the same thing to your very soul and bring you back from your very fingertips to your toes, as the all-seeing supreme being watches us so close, and we are surely being tested in our wealth, our health, and our self, and everything that we've been blessed with. So believe, for we will surely be resurrected and be brought back to our Lord and account for every single deed, as He hands us our books and orders us to read. from the bad to the good and everything in between. You yourself are sufficient for your own accountability, so don't be mad at me. You are the one who thought he wouldn't come back to me. I gave you a whole life long to search after me, but you were busy in all that which was temporary, so read. And glad tidings to all those who believed, and if you disbelieve, read. And don't let that day be the first day you find out what your life really means. Read.
Wow. I'm without words. Like, the video is already over, and I'm very wow. For the last part, I really would like to believe in resurrection. You know, like, and I'm not saying like it's not true. You know, like, for me, I can't believe in that. You know, like, for now, until now, I can't believe in that. You know, but I really would like to believe in that, you know, because like I would love, you know, like to, at least from my point of view, I would like, you know, like to live searching for this religion, living for this God, living for Allah, and know that the life is going to continue, you know. But it's very curious, the part of the resurrection, because like I truly would like to believe in that, you know. I do not say it does not exist or either exists. I completely respect that. But I only say I would like to believe in resurrection, you know. And to end this video reaction, I have in a part changed some points of my thinking while I was seeing this video. First, I'm more informated, that's true. But if I need to stay with one thing that is like very curious about this religion or this video, is a part of the how all that knowledge was already in the Quran, you know, like how many knowledge without any word change was there, how all that knowledge, you know, is very awesome, you know. Sorry for repeating the word, you know. Like, for ending, I respect all type of religions. I'm agnostic, but sometimes I see this type of videos, sometimes I read some type of articles related with these religions, especially with Islam, that are like, wow, how's that possible? How can science explain how the Quran had all the information? How the human is so perfect? How do you want to justify everything from nothing, you know? Like, at least with Allah you have something to start, you know? Well, sorry guys if I have like I became a little reflective or something like that. I hope you liked the video. Please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends to see how a Spanish thinker, you know, like a Spanish society thinker and a Spanish native speaker thinks about this religion. Please subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Thank you a lot.